Good day everyone, my name is Ray Martin Muklaman from Group 6 Reporters. And our topic for today is about moral development by Lawrence Kohlberg. So, Lawrence Kohlberg's theory of moral development involves from Jean Piaget's works on moral reasoning. It posits that morality emerges in early childhood and is shaped by multiple factors. So, Kohlberg's research focused on young subjects, examining how they respond to moral dilemmas and identifying the influence behind their judgment of right and wrong. So these are the stages of moral development. We have pre-conventional, have avoiding punishment and self-interest. Conventional, good boy attitude and law and order morality. And post-conventional have social contract and principle. So that's are the parts of my topics. So next.
Good day, everyone. I am Cadet Enolia Melanie. My topic is all about the free conventional level, 3 to 7 age, moral reasoning based on reward and punishment. So, ang free conventional level is the first level in Lawrence Kohlberg's theory of moral development. So, at this level is a person decides what is right or wrong based on rewards, punishment, and personal benefits. So, this level is common among children. Stage 1 is avoiding punishment. Actions are judged right or wrong based on whether they lead to punishment. So, in this stage, a person believes that something is wrong if it leads to punishment. So, people follow rules mainly because they are afraid of being punished, not because they think the rule is morally right. So, example, a child does not take cookies from the table because their parents might be punish them. Second stage is self-interest. So, decisions are guided by what benefits the individual or meets their needs. So, in this stage, person makes decision based on what benefits them personally. Like, they do something good mainly because they expect a reward or favor something in return. So, example, ang estudyante helps a classmate with homework because they expect the classmate to help them later. Kanang tabang bitaw ka sa tao pero gahulat pug ka nga naa kay reward or naay ikabalo siya sa imo. So, therefore, in the pre-conventional level, people make moral decision mainly based on punishment and personal benefit.
I am Prince Canabato. I am the reporter. Conventional 8 to 13 age. Stage 1. Good boy attitude. Behavior is driven by a desire to gain approval and maintain positive relationship. Good boy attitude is when a person does what is right because they want to be praised and approved by others, such as family, friends, teachers, and they follow the rules to maintain good relationship. Example, a child helped their classmates with an assignment because they want the teachers and classmates to say that they kind. So stage 2, law and order morality. Actions are judged by their alignment with rules, laws, and social orders. Laws and order morality is a stage which a person's rules and laws because they believe it is important for the orders of society. Example, a person cross at the proper pedestrian lane because they know it is the law and to avoid accidents. That's all.
Good day, everyone. I am Cadet Suico, and I am tasked to report the post-conventional adulthood of Lawrence Kohlberg moral development theory. And while it can emerge in adolescence, it is most closely associated with adulthood, through many adults never fully reach it. At this level, moral reasoning transcends social norms, laws, or authority. Instead, it is grounded in abstract principles of justice, human dignity, and ethical responsibility. Case stages for adults. Stage 5. social contract, and individual rights. Adults at this stage recognize that laws and social rules are human-made agreements designed to promote common good. They may question or challenge rules that they believe fail to protect individual rights or fairness. For example, an adult might advocate for reforming a law they see as discriminatory even it means going against the status because they prioritize equity over blind obedience. Stage 6. Universal ethical principles. This is the theoretical peak of moral reasoning where adults base decision on self-choosing. Universal principles like justice, respect for all human life, and autonomy. These principles are seen as timeless and applicable across cultures. For instance, someone might risk personal safety to protect an oppressed group guided by the belief that human dignity is an absolute value that outweighs legal or social consequences. Social construct. In the post-conventional, the social contract refers to a human-made agreement between individuals and society that is understood not as an absolute set of rules, but as a framework designed to balance collective well-being with the rights of dignity and each person. Core elements of the social contract in post-conventional adulthood. Number 1. Rules as mutual agreements. Adults at this stage recognize that laws, norms, and social institutions are not inherently right or fixed. They are created by people to serve shared goals like safety, fairness, and order. Unlike the conventional level, where rules are followed to maintain social harmony or gain approval, post-conventional adults see the contract as a practical tool that can be adjusted when it fails its purpose. Number 2, prioritizing rights and fairness. The contract is viewed as conditional. It must protect fundamental individual rights. Example, life, liberty, equality, or expression, and ensure justice for all. If a law or policy discriminates against a group, restricts essential freedoms, or prioritizes some people's interests over others, adults here will question or advocate for changing it. For example, an adult might support reforming tax laws they see as favoring the wealthy, arguing the contract should distribute resources more equitably. Number 3, balance between individual and society. While valuing personal rights, adults also understand that the social contract requires mutual responsibility. They recognize that freedom must be balanced against the need to protect others and maintain a functional community. For instance, they may support public health measures during a crisis like mask mandates because they see them as a part of the contract to safeguard collective well-being, even if they temporarily limit individual choice. Number 4, respect for democratic process. Post-conventional adults often prioritize democratic ways to revise the social contract, such as advocating for legislation, participating in public discourse, or supporting fair elections. They believe that changes to rules should reflect the will of the community while upholding core principles of equity. In short, the social contract here is not about blind obedience. It is about a thoughtful commitment to a system that serves both the group and the individual with the flexibility to involve when it falls short. Principle. The principal component of post-conventional adulthood refers to the Stage 6 Universal Ethical Principles, the theoretical peak of Lawrence Kohlberg model where moral reasoning is rooted in self-choosing, timeless values that apply across all cultures and contexts. In conclusion, post-conventional adulthood represents the highest stage of moral development in Lawrence Kohlberg framework, where individuals move beyond blind adherence to social norms or authority to base their ethical judgment on abstract principles of justice, human dignity, and collective well-being, unlike others.